Oklahoma City Thunder's road tour continues here tonight in downtown Indianapolis for the lone trip to take on the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. As the Thunder, a couple of excellent defensive teams going to be squaring it off here tonight. As Adams and Turner go toe-to-toe. The opening tip is won by Oklahoma City. And we're able to get the shot off as Thunder, another 2-on-1. Westbrook again, and can't convert. They went for the alley-oop, but he got caught below the basketboard. Bogdanovich, the three is good.
And that's what he got to, and he knocked it down.
Now George flares out his first three of the game, and that drops in. Paul George from downtown. Nobody on the Thunder should be more familiar with this place than Paul George. Started his career here with the Indiana Pacers before the trade. Now Collison into the face, and he knocks it down. Darren Collison. Well, how has this Indiana team been able to continue to win, Michael, despite the fact that Victor Oladipo is out for the remainder of the season? Going to stay with the Thunder. 4 minutes into this game. A couple of UCLA products here, Westbrook and Collison. Westbrook goes right to the banker. Westbrook, nice move, back to the rim. You can step out and knock down that three if you don't close out. Keeps defenses honest. Great defense there by Jeremy Grant to poke it away. Westbrook got caught in the air, but dumps it off. Jeremy Grant trailing the play.
I don't know if it's in whose favor it's in right now. And both teams are going up and down the floor pretty quickly. Have to put the ball in his hand and make a play.
Adams bangs, goes to the left hand. Nice move, just a subtle up and under. Westbrook again, gonna back down Collison. Forced up the shot. Thaddeus Young came down to help out, and it didn't matter as Westbrook.
Contact. Bishop said it wasn't enough to make a call.
Collison attacks, and can't have the foul.
Seems to like that left shoulder on the right side of the floor.
Well, Michael, he's comfortable playing inside and outside as Wesley in the deal that sent Kristaps Porzingis out of New York. Morris showed the inside game. There is the out. Good point, Mike. There is really not a whole lot on this Indiana team that can create off the dribble by itself. And there is Dennis Schroeder, speaking of creating, was smothering the Pacers in the first quarter.
Well, and you want to continue that because you let that set the tone for you.
Sabonis got the shot fake. Thunder were able to push the pace of this game in the first quarter. Again, Sabonis went right to the ball fake. Created a punch here off the bench for the Pacers. Nifty move. George on the step back three, and he splashes it home. Well, Paul George already with 10 points here in his first half. Wants another three, and got another three. By Nerlens Noel.
And just him swiping at the ball forced Sabonis to miss that.
And George rising up for the thunderous slam.
Wow. I told you, don't touch getting up in the air on this play. Jump from outside the...
Between him and Russell Westbrook, the two versions of each player. Beautiful pass out to the open man. Abdul Nader wide open.
Well, I beg to differ.
Noel on the drive. And Westbrook grabs the offensive rebound. Nader again for three. That's good. Abdul Nader. The offense just does not appear to come easy for the Pacers as Bogdanovich lobs it up, and Sabonis now into double digits.
I knew you weren't listening. He came in his early 30s, but he was still a terrific player. Good looking shot here by Terrence Ferguson, and he delivers.
Defense was good, forcing that miss. They let Bogdanovich open. Paul George still feeling it from three. Well, it's tough because Paul George is coming up to set the screen, and Westbrook went the opposite direction. And Matthews, my goodness. Here's George, who's been masterful here in the first half, and that mastery continues. 17 a game. He's turned into a very reliable three-point shooting threat. That time, the beautiful pass is West. Thunder push it back up to 14.
Did a great job of just passing him open.
Cross-court pass, open three, and you can't leave Wesley Matthews that wide open.
2 for 1, as was Paul George with a quick shot in transition as well.
George, like a battering ram, down the lane, but Steven Adams right there.
Scratching their heads at halftime, trying to figure out how to slow down the 63 points that the Thunder have on the board. Top of Wesley Matthews.
And the Thunder defense again comes up with another turnover. Leaking is George, and he slips by Bogdanovich for the layup. A team, Michael, that we've become accustomed to seeing so far this season.
And the Pacers have not scored in the quarter. This is almost approaching the 3-minute mark. Get right here inside their first 2 points here. Score. I don't think they're going to go the whole quarter without it, but you know, it's just really keeping them at bay on a lot of different things.
Nice drive. Westbrook changed his hands midair. Looked like to Indiana's offense whatsoever.
Right, and it just looks like, you know, they're just out of rhythm.
There's some flow into that three-point shot.
Doesn't make sense, and it's not part of his job description.
There was no free throw, there was no clear path foul, but what an acrobatic play from Paul George. Thunder able to get the three-point play from George, got 5 here in the third quarter. Biggest lead of the night for the Thunder is 19. Young and Westbrook commits the reach around foul.
Situations that they're uncomfortable with.
Adams had it knocked away. 2-on-1, Bogdanovich springs free and the scoop and score. George slips it back. Adams cutting across down the lane. As he's got the basketball, looking for that screen from Steven Adams. Ferguson made one in the first half and connects here in the second.
Shooting the three for the season. That has become a very reliable shot.
Certainly has Westbrook. That'll be a goal-10. They win in.
Continue to defend.
Westbrook, the jump pass out to the corner. How about another three? Trying to keep it from going out of bounds. Numbers for the Pacers. Turner will dunk it. Joseph still darting with the basketball. Again, Sabonis in the post. This is where they had some success in the first half, and Nerlens Noel just can't keep them. After the Thunder made it a 10-point game, now Sabonis on the wide open pass from McDermott with the slam. In the process, he throws it right to Morris. Nader again, right down the lane. Now picked up by Steven Adams. Collison, double team, back outside. Thaddeus Young wants to drive. Use that right hand, which is his off. Apologize, having some audio issues here on the broadcast in Indiana. As Steven Adams showing up in the lane, just couldn't finish. Westbrook 1-on-2. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Schroeder, the ball fake. Wants the mid-range instead as he swishes it home.
Plays. And all of a sudden you look up, he's got a triple-double.
Well, again, the action going through Sabonis. The kick out. Matthews finally connects on the three. As the Pacers, Indiana's 25 out of 30 at the free throw line of the game. George from the corner, and he knocks down a huge three. And a new season high. This is his previous career best, which is 244. It's only a matter of time before that happened, but it came at a huge moment here. But coming right back is Matthews. And it pops free to Collison. Collison looking for Matthews. Sends it down. Bogdanovich, the corner three. Rattles home. And this time Sabonis thought about attacking Steven Adams. Collison trying to turn the corner on Schroeder. And banks it in. To regain control of this game is all of a sudden Indiana starting to knock down some shots. Westbrook trying to take matters into his own hands.
Taking the lead. A lot of time to go in this ball game.
And it's that.
Well, he's got to play good defense here. Just think about getting stopped.
And it's a drive by Bogdanovich. Which flares out, defended by Bogdanovich. Steps into the three. Paul George ties it at 1-0.
The three-point line.
George completely fouled. Bogdanovich gave him nothing but a shove as he was. Here's Sabonis again. Help defense came over. Series of pump moves and with 10 on the timer. Paul George dribbles it off of his foot. Still time to work with. 6, 5. Nope, he stepped on the tape. On the clock for Oklahoma City. Ball pressured out behind three-point line. Bogdanovich, the fadeaway shot too strong. Put back off the glass is good on the offensive rebound. And Indiana takes the 2-point lead. Ferguson gets it into Westbrook. Westbrook from the straightaway. Off the front of the rim, no good. And that'll do it here in Indiana. A great look for Russell Westbrook. It was on target, off the front of the rim.